Not the best. Jiminy Christmas. I need to put some lotion on. I look beyond ashy on my hands. Good morning. Yeah. Before I sew, I do use my oil. I like this apricot one because it doesn't like, it's not overly powerful, but it stays on pretty good. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hey, all right. I'm rubbing this cuticle oil in. I had jokes on somebody's live. I don't know whose live it was about. Oh, it was sincerely Jen. She had a live and she was oiling her machine and she was like, "Oh, it got on my hand," and I was like, "That's the Sewist lotion. That's a lotion we use." It was a joke. Don't Please don't use sewing oil as lotion. But it's quite common in industrial machines that your machine can get you can over oil it or it needs more oil or one spot starts spurting the oil. It's a thing. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday. It feels weird. I keep wanting to say it's Tuesday. My Kindle went back to work and the struggle is real. I think he has so much fun on like his off days that he it was a struggle for him, but he's like excited to see like the coworkers and people that need his help and because Kindle's that guy that you go to at your job when you need help. He's just Mr. Fix It for everything from like IT to oh my god, there's a hole in the wall in my office. Like he's just that person. He's very helpful. And so I know that they like legitimately missed him. So it's his first time going back. And I think going back on a Thursday or Friday when you've been off for 2 weeks is very smart. So you don't get bombarded for like the whole week. It's only like a day or two. Then you have a respite. You have that 2 days like to rest and then go back to regular mindset of work. I know, vacations are hard. Yeah, Arnetta, supposed to start at like 1 o'clock, and we are supposed to get like 1 inch today. And then over the weekend we're supposed to get a lot more snow. And my kids are like, "Yeah, let it snow on Sunday." I'm like, I don't wanna say no. They're funny and they're into their own things, and when they do come and interrupt you, it's genuinely funny. So let them have their snow days. But they still, for some odd reason, don't understand that when they have snow days, it completely it completely makes them have days that are longer in the summer. Like, for, like, ending the school, like, my friends and my family who live out in California, like, the last day of school is, like, near the Memorial Day weekend. My kids don't get out of school until, like, the 10th, the 13th of June, so and the more snow days they pile on, the longer their school goes, so it's one of those things. So, let's see, today, I don't have a video for you, but I do have like what my goals are for 2025 are. So I've been talking to a couple of people, and I am once a month going to definitely do a live, but they're going to be more ber- like beginning, not beginning, but like ea easier patterns to make, especially on a domestic. And the most likely they're gonna be kinda like a Biani pattern because Biani is like one of my favorite patterns to make. Like anything of hers is really fun to make, and it's gonna be on my domestic. So I'm going because we feng shuied the room a little bit, I can flip my table around and film and go live and show you how I'm doing on this pouch or whatever. So I think that will be fun. I wanna do that at least once a month. And, I'm going I'm gonna film videos, but I'd rather also go live because I know a lot of people have questions on patterns when you're sewing them that they typically are don't ask in the video because they're used to people making videos and then a year later or something passes between the videos and they're just like, they're not going to answer the videos. You can always ask me, I genuinely answer them. But if I forget, because it's a 2-year video, I do tell you I have no idea, like at all, where the magnet goes anymore. So I like the live because the live videos, somebody may ask a question that somebody is gearing like a future when someone watches in the future is asking like, "Hey, where did that magnet go?" And somebody asks in the video, and I respond, there it's right there. So that's one thing I like. And I don't have a video for you today, but I plan on going live. So after I'm done here, I'm going to finish cutting out the reporter bag from Can Do Crafts, and it's one of my favorite patterns to make, but I haven't made one since March of last year, and I showed you guys the fabric yesterday. There's a really cute Pokemon thing, but it's like all like mauves and pinks and dark purples and reds. And so I didn't get to finish cutting it. So I am going to finish cutting that out, adhere everything, and wind some bobbins, and I'm gonna go live. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing today. I went to this grocery store. We have this new grocery store. It's called Grocery Outlet, and I'm weirdly loving them. So I drink kombucha tea like every single day. My doctor advised me about it, I want to say last August, and I have drunk it every single day. There's been a couple days where I forget to drink it, and I'm trying to figure out why I feel moody or like whatever. Like the probiotics in these teas are outrageous. It's like gut health and just whatever. So I went to their store today and they have like my favorite teas. Like I love the Pink Lady tea, but instead of it being in a glass bottle, they have it in a can. And because it was in a can, it's normally individual they can cost $3 to $4, but because it's in a can, it was 98 cents. I literally I bought like 7 of them. I'm like, I know I wasn't trying to be greedy there because I was gonna buy them all, but then I was like, that's not fair. What if somebody else comes in and they want it? But I did buy like 7. There was like 30, so I wanted to buy the whole thing. So I feel like I was being gracious by not buying them all. So I'm really excited that I found something else that I can have, you know. I can hear the salt trucks. That humming, that's the salt trucks. Okay, you are learning to do that? Okay, I don't know if I can do that. I think if Kendall's on here, he's probably gonna be like, "You can do that," and start Googling away. It does. Like, it makes your stomach feel better. My dog doesn't like the salt trucks. Loki, it's okay, Papa. It's okay. It's okay. They don't like the salt trucks. And then you hear Roxy, she's whining. She doesn't like it either. And the problem is there's nothing I can do. Howard County is really good at their salting. Like they're on the salting game like no one's business. But the trucks that they use are so loud. So loud. And like their little puppy ears are like, what's going on? And also it's in my townhouse community, it's like every month they have like the people that come around and do the gardening. So we have that going on as well. So yay for me. But yeah, the house is all to myself and I haven't had it like that for a while. And I'm kind of like excelling. Okay. I know I try to get more people on the kombucha train. It is an acquired taste, but like a lot of people, as soon as they drink it, they're like, "Oh no, I can't have it anymore." And I have to keep on telling them they have to try it for 1 week, and then all of a sudden you'll be used to it. But it is so much better for your gut health, and I don't know, it just literally makes you feel better. He's pacing up back and forth, trying to figure out if he's gonna go downstairs or not. Because when he gets really uncomfortable, he'll just come downstairs and just stare at me like, "You need to do something." um, so yeah, that's my plan is to do the reporter bag live today, and then I got the AOK. You guys know I'm going to be at teaching in California in September, so I have 2 bags I'm teaching. One of them I already sewed up. The other one I'm gonna be sewing up so I can take pictures of it. That's my plan for tomorrow, and Sunday is, um, just, like, cleaning up even more. So my room is really clean. Kendall put this shelf up right up here. He did it, like, so fast. He was like, I thought you wanted it paid." I was like, "No, no, see all those rolls? All those rolls were, like, right over here, just getting stacked up. I had nowhere to put them." So he put this shelf up, and then I'm going to put my threads up, and this part of the room is clean. I now wanna organize all these patterns and see how many I have duplicates of. Because whenever I can't find something, I just print it out again, and then I'll be, like, going through something and be like, "I have, like, 5 duplicates of everything." So I want to see what I have duplicates of, pressing ones, and then organize them so hopefully it could just be like one whole shelf and have it organized. That's the plan, what I plan on doing on Sunday. So, you could pray for me because I don't feel like I'm gonna do really good at this. um, so that's what my plans are for this weekend, and also encourage my husband to take down the Christmas decorations outside. I don't think it's gonna happen though, because if it snows, they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's so cold." I mean, other people's decorations are up, but I'm just like, as soon as it hits January 1st, I want the decorations down. Like, um, I also, last night I did buy the Gabrielle project pack from Mormino. Like every month, Brittany and Lauren, they have like a sew along, like where they cut out and then they sew a project together. Like I think it's like 3 videos usually, or 2 videos, like a cutout, and they do it in all in one take, but I think it's usually like half the pattern, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on this, but the Gabriella is, Brittany's pattern. So she's shown it a couple times on during her live, and it looks super cute. I wanna take her pattern and turn it to Luna on Sailor Moon. I'm all about that. So I bought the kit last night so that way I can try to do that sew along. I'm really bad at doing sew alongs, so I know even though mines are sew alongs in Patreon, so I would like to do someone else's sew along. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. And we all know that as soon as you like place an order for Lauren, it's like her workers are like like magic, like they have Harry Potter magic or something, because like it goes out the next. If you order at night, like you'll get a notification within the hour or two in the next day, and you're just like, how did you? Okay, so I got that last night. I was really excited about it. Yeah, I don't put my patterns away. I used to have it on one bookshelf, and I had them all in these really pretty drawers, but there's some patterns that I have not looked at in a very long time, and I just wanna put them away in a different place. Like, have the patterns that I do use more just up there. Like, and I do also have, like, where the serger is, right up here, I have vintage patterns. I have tons. I love collecting vintage patterns. Like, when I'm talking about I collect, I have the original Hermes and Birkin from McCall's that came out in like the 60s that people pay like $300 for this pattern because they had to recall it because the patterns are dead on Hermes and the Kelly Birkin bag. Um, Thank you for making that pattern. And I have, like, when J.C. Penney's used to make patterns, and they would collaborate with Disney, and they have, like, Cinderella's, like, apron, and they have, like, uh, I think it's Snow White's dress. I collect vintage patterns. I collect books. If any designer writes a book, I love to collect their book and I get their signature, and I love, love, love getting vintage patterns, so I collect them like, all the time. That's my guilty pleasure. I'll go on eBay or I'll find different collectors. I'll go to estate sales that are within the area to find vintage patterns to collect them. Um, I don't know, I just feel like I have a part of history, the important history within our community, and I wanna cherish it, and I, like, usually put it in, like, special, like, acid-free, wraps and, like, whatever, so that way so that it's sealed where water or dust can't get into it. Um, yeah. Oh, yes, I get to show you my country cow bag tomorrow. It is really cute. I love the way it comes together. Um Joe and Adam. I can't say enough about them, but they're because I feel like they're a very good team. And Joe, when she puts together a pattern, man, she just thinks outside the box. There's something very organic about her methods, and I gotta tell you, how she does the two pockets on the outside is it's very clever, and it doesn't need a lot of bulk. I actually made my bag on my 5550 in just to show that you can do it on a domestic. And again, she's another designer that works sews on a domestic. Her husband uses a fabricator from Sellrite. She does not. There's a lot of people who make like bad bags and they don't they don't use any kind of form of industrial machine. And I always look at these people and I'm like, these are the people you need to follow. These are the designers you need to buy patterns from because they know how to reduce bulk and what trouble areas domestic patterns have with like bulk. And that bag is so cute. It's not it is really cute. It comes together brilliantly, and I think it's going to be I wanna call it one of the it bags for 2025 because of the pockets in the front. It's adorable. I haven't seen a bag that has a cargo pockets like that since the Sydney from Swoon. Um, so I like it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see. I didn't get to see it. I was on the treadmill and she was keeping me entertained until my till Loki wanted to get on the treadmill and then I had to get him off and somehow I like the phone stopped, like it went off and I didn't catch up on to see um her room over like remake. I don't have any I didn't remake anything. I'm really lucky that I have a husband who's crafty and like knows how to cut wood and sand things and knows how to put things together because as you can tell, this is just a wood beam. I don't have the IKEA money right now. So everything to me, whenever I put money into something, it is actually just into like well appliances like my iron is a gravity feed and like my guilty pleasure toys. Like anybody that comes over my house says that, especially men that come and work on electrical thing. They're like, your room is like my dream man cave because I have so many toys like everywhere. I have lightsabers and wands and things like that. But I generally just have the basics. This bookshelf was a part of the house of the basement. So we just keep adding on to different things, but I need to compress and organize this because I hate it in the background. So I absolutely despise it. I want just one shelf to be open there so that way I can stack bins for like projects that I need to get done for that week. No, I have a walking pad. It's not like a full-fledged treadmill. This is the one that you unscrew and just slide it underneath the bed or you put it up against the wall. That it is not very big. I am but it's it plus I'm a thickum, so it's not a lot of room. So he's whenever I do something, he wants to do it too. So I was wrestling with him so that way I can get onto it. Then I had to tell Kindle to call him, and then we had to give him like beef jerky duck feet for him to stay downstairs for me to finish my workout. And honestly, I'm sore, but I don't think it's from the treadmill. I think it's from me wrestling him. So, um, yeah, I see Great Danes walking side by side with their master or their person. Maybe when I get smaller that can happen, but no. He's big. He's a big boy and his mommy's big. So I it doesn't work. Like it doesn't work. Or maybe if I had an actual treadmill. I have the walking pad, but I feel blessed by having that and it's really cool. It's a workout on its own trying to slide it underneath the bed or push it up against the wall. So, yeah. Um so that's what I did yesterday and he likes to pull the emergency cord. Sometimes I love him to pieces, and other times I just want to pinch his little face off. Sophia were talking about sewing stuff. So, yeah, that's about it. We are I think I'm just gonna I need to interface and I have to cut out a few more pieces to the reporter. The reporter has a lot of like little pieces. It looks like a whole bunch of things you need to cut out, but realistically, it comes together fast. The reason why I wanted to do this one for the beginning of the year is because of this. Can Do Patterns has this real interesting interesting way of her pattern making. There is so many pieces to every single one of her patterns, right? But it comes together faster than any other patterns I've ever done. It's this really, like, crazy way of how she does it. Like, I could probably get this thing done under 2 hours with you guys. It's really crazy how it all coincides, but I love her patterns. I feel like she has like this try and true method, and everyone that's done with their bag just it looks like so professional, so unique. And this particular bag, the reporter does very well for me at conventions because people like the look of it looking kind of masculine and rugged, but something soft about it. And that's what I like about Can Do. There's something like masculine but soft about it. It's not super hyper feminine. And I think that's what's beautiful about her patterns. Like there she's in a category of her own because the way her shapes of her bags are made, as well as even her pockets. Like the inside of this pocket has a small cell phone holder and a pencil holder, like for pens or pencils. Not a zipper pocket in the inside, not a big slip pocket, it's a small, like, cell phone slip pocket. Things like that always draw my attention because I'm like, "Interesting." Like, sometimes when we go think outside of the box, that's how we start picking and choosing things from different designers and putting them into our own bags, and that's how the modification brain starts to work, is that you like something from one designer and you place it into another designer's bag, and then your brain starts firing off of these different things, and you're just like, "Okay, I wanna try this, this, and this," and you can. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of modifications. You can do anything you absolutely want, and patience is a virtue with modifications as well, because sometimes we dream something up and we can't execute it, and practice makes progression with it, because you just have to, because sometimes the designer or the architect, how I like to think of them, made it so where it'll be hard to, like, modify something, and that's not their fault, that's how it's executed, so it might be harder for you to figure out how to modify something the way you want to. But this particular bag, I never modify. I always keep it exactly how it is, and it sells really well. And you don't need a ton of like, for me, like, I use fandom because I'm selling to a fandom base. I don't need to use tons of fandom fabric. And the fact that it uses a main focal point and like two accents, it gives it a very posh look, and I think it's kind of like a weird scrap buster. So if you have that extra cork or that extra faux leather or leather, you can add it on here and it just gives it that charm to that bag that it needs. It looks pretty cool. So I'm excited. So I'm going to hop off and I will be back on. You'll see a live probably within the hour or about 60 minutes or so. So I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you later.